Hi, and welcome to I Love Mondays. This is Ambrosia joining you from Australia. So this week we continue with monogamy, and we're looking at the stories that you may tell yourself if you're in a relationship and you feel that you just don't have that spark anymore, or if you've left a relationship because somebody else found somebody else more interesting than you. And what happens in the mind when you start to think you're not sexy enough, you're not good enough, you're not inspiring enough, you're just not that hot thing that the person wanted. Like they may have wanted you at the beginning of the relationship, or they may have wanted you at some time, but for some reason now they've found you not the person that they want. So whenever we face rejection in a relationship, it's a really great opportunity to see all the parts of ourselves that we don't like, that we judge, that we don't feel good enough. And there are particularly unique stories when it comes to relationships, when it comes to actually being rejected by someone who we value or want to value us. So you may not always respect or value the person, but you may be more obsessed or stuck on them valuing you. So relationships are an annoying thing in our lives and an important thing in our lives because it really does show you where you're stuck on some part of yourself that you don't feel good about. And why is it important to look at these things that we don't feel good about? When you don't feel good about yourself, there's an aspect that does not get love. There's a part of yourself you are not loving. So why is it important to love those parts that you don't love? Whenever you actually experience a part of yourself that you judge, that you condemn, that you put down, you are moving yourself away from that complete state of being exactly who you are and accepting who you are. So why is that important? Why do we need to accept who we are? It's actually one of the things that you came to experience in this life. If you can get to a place where you accept yourself exactly who you are, the way you are, the way you look, aging, the process that you came to experience, rather than living life as if you've got to get to this ultimate goal, what begins to happen is you actually experience true joy. For those of you who do spiritual work, you may have heard of the term causeless joy. Causeless joy means you're just experiencing this feeling of love emanating, and it's not for any particular one thing, person, or even experience. It's just a feeling inside of you. But you can't really hold that if there are parts of yourself that you feel crappy about. So let's look at the thoughts this time on not being inspiring enough or sexy enough or attractive enough or hot enough. We have a lot of pressure in our culture to have a body that's hot enough or skinny enough or this enough. So begin to look at your own thoughts about any relationships where you feel like you just weren't spunky enough or had that spark to keep the person with you. Maybe it's an age thing. Maybe it was a thing that you were feeling that you didn't have, something you had when you were younger. And over time, we have a lot of things that happen to our bodies. If you think about when you were a very small child, a lot of things were happening to your bodies then. And things happen to our bodies throughout our lives. But there is always a measurement process that happens with the human mind, where it starts to limit you or measure that you're somehow not what you were at some point. And children look at the future and go, I'm not like that. So they always, we start from kids to have a measurement mind where we start to limit and say, I can't do that, so therefore there must be something wrong with me. So the thoughts you have about not being sexy enough or attractive enough or fiery or hot actually may come and be connected to those early childhood thoughts that you weren't able to do something. And when you're a child, you make up a lot of thoughts that start to condition and control your whole life. So we're going to just create a space in the heart, in the body, to begin to see any times that you may not have felt sexy enough, hot enough, attractive enough. And just allow your higher self to show you where you can start to shift into a different place with that thought. And then we'll begin to just feel the energy transfer, opening our hearts to a place where we are understanding what is it that we need to inspire ourselves. If you don't feel sexy enough, some of the things that you need to look at are how to inspire yourself. How do I get excited for me? If you want to connect to that joy that just emanates from you, you actually need to spend time experiencing what that could be in your imagination for you, what you could be inspired by or turned on by. And it doesn't need to be a sexual thing. It can be anything, like a sense of humor or a surprise. It could be a gift. It could be a something that you haven't been aware of because you haven't spent the time in meditation or connecting to yourself to find and discover what that could be at the heart level. So let's begin by just feeling into the heart. Close the eyes and begin with the breath to start feeling the part of you that you want to bring more inspiration into. So inspiration is also that breath. If any parts of your body feel lacking or lackluster or dull, just bring your awareness to those parts. And again, ask, where would you like to bring more inspiration? It may not be those parts of the body that you think are dull or feel that way. Inspiration has a way of actually devising its own patterns or pathways or creativity. And especially with breath, inspiration through the breath. See where you can fill up around the chest and heart area, even the back part of the chest. Opening up the throat with the breath, filling up. And then just come to relaxed breathing. So you're coming back to what your body is experiencing with your own relaxed breathing. And visualize in the heart the golden light coming into your body from above you into your heart. Allowing your body to be seen for everything that you have inside of you, which are your feelings, your thoughts, your body, and your spirit. Your feelings, your thoughts, your body, and your spirit. And bring to mind any moments in relationships where you may have felt that you weren't attractive enough or inspiring enough. Just see how you judged yourself. Or perhaps you said certain things about yourself. You may not get a unique memory, but you may know those stories very well about not being sexy enough, attractive enough, or inspiring. And as you see that image or sense the feeling or the thoughts, visualize the golden light also now surrounding that part of you. It could be your body part. It could be the part of you that thinks those things about yourself. And as you see yourself surrounded with that golden light, just remind yourself that those thoughts are not your thoughts. Those thoughts are not your thoughts. They're thoughts created from some experience in childhood. Maybe they came from your parents. Maybe they came from someone in your neighborhood and you thought it was a good idea to have that thought too. It's not yours. Your thoughts are not your thoughts. You can even begin to see yourself as a child, trying to understand how to be popular or be accepted, and how something came into your mind from seeing or watching somebody else or hearing their words, or from an experience you had as a child. And see yourself being helpless, unable to stop that thought from taking residence in your body. And then see that child surrounded by the golden light again. Just see them. Allow yourself to see how you were helpless, unable to stop those thoughts that you're not enough coming into your mind. And now visualize yourself again, just as you are now. See if the thoughts are still there in your body or that sense somewhere. And visualize any thoughts that somehow you're not inspiring enough being extracted from your body. So you can visualize the golden light surrounding the thoughts, and they're leaving the body from either the feet, from the back body, the back of the head, just leaving you. So it's always good, if you wish excess energies to leave the body, to give them a pathway. So the easiest ones are down into the feet, out of the body that way, or even the top of the head. And this time we're just doing the back of the head, to just let any thoughts that may be floating around in your consciousness leave. visualize that golden energy surrounding them and asking them to leave. And now connect to the heart, again with the golden energy inside your heart area. You can actually see the golden light now beginning to expand with your breath. So breathe in and see that golden ball of energy expand to fill your entire body. And as you exhale, you actually see the golden light radiating out from the body. And now ask yourself, as you feel the golden energy, how would I like to inspire myself? Breathe in and out that golden light and feel, how would you like to inspire yourself? It could be just experiencing your own breath, but just feel what it's like to inspire yourself. Spend some time each day, if you can, connecting to this energy of how you would like to inspire yourself. All those parts of yourself that need love. How can you inspire them? What can you give them just with your imagination? And now with that breath again, feeling the golden light around you, breathing it. Bring your awareness now to the physical body. Feel the breath filling up any part of the physical body that wishes to have much more of that beautiful light and your love. And also think about that back body, how your breath can come into the back, enlivening you, inspiring you. And now bring your breath from the top of the head all the way down the body and the spine, down the legs and into the earth through your feet. Opening your eyes, and bring your awareness as the eyes softly open to the softness that you feel in your body. The breath is a very simple way to bring inspiration. So anytime that you feel that you're lacking that luster, there's something in your body that's craving that inspiration, that love, that ability to feel themselves, yourself. So take that into your week, some inspirational connection to you through your imagination and breath. And next time we start to look at when we haven't done enough in the relationship. We feel like we may have fallen back on our agreements, or we feel like we didn't do enough, we could have done more for the relationship. I'm Ambrosia. This is I Love Mondays. Have a beautiful week. Thank you.